welcome back to the channel. So today it's July the 5th. We've got the Euro football on this evening, and yeah, today I've been, well, baling bales and bringing them back to the farm. That's what we've been doing for the last couple of days. I've got to move the bale over there, which is by the wrapper, but yeah, we are really busy at the moment with the haylage. It's not silage, this is haylage. It's nice stuff, and it's got to be wrapped because it needs to be stored over winter, so there's just not enough hours in the day at the moment, unfortunately. So you see I've got the 6930 on the wrapper, and it's actually quite a good job for that tractor at the moment because it's not in the best health. You see I've got the duvet down there, my mat which stops the bales from getting damaged, and then the Manitou which is on the handling duties. So basically trying to get this haylage done before we then start on the Broads, the marshland silage. Of course this is actually, as I say, this is haylage at the moment. I did clear this area the other night. I was up until about 11 o'clock getting this bit ready. It's got green wrap. I normally wrap haylage in green and then I do silage in black. Just the way I've always done it, works out really well. I might look at investing at some point in some sort of baler for the horsey people, because I do have a lot of requests these days for horse haylage, and of course most of our bales are round and most horse people would rather have some sort of small square bale, something like that. So yeah, leave a comment in the comment section what sort of bales I should do for horsey people, whether they're conventionals. I think there's the quadrant and sort of various different sizes, but I'm looking for a generic size for sort of anyone and everyone who has a horse, basically, who would like haylage or hay, whether it's wrapped or unwrapped, basically. So that's what I want to do. I mean, we'll always be doing obviously silage, haylage for ourselves in round bales, because that's generally what we get on well with for the cattle, and has worked out, you know, for years and years like that. But I know, you know, obviously some people don't want just one bale on its own. You know, a one round bale is quite a lot for if you've only got like one horse, like 2 or 3 horses. So I do need to invest in a small baler at some point. I've also got a demo coming of a Fendt 516, a baby one, which is quite exciting. And what's also exciting is the price. They're actually fairly well priced in comparison to the 620 or, for example, 724, 728. So at the end of the day, for small jobs like on the wrapper or just cutting bales or on the baler, you can get away with just like 100 horsepower, 130 horsepower. But I think the 516 is 160, and it's got the Deutz engine, which is quite nice. Although I don't know if they're going to change the engine in the future. Probably Sisu, I would imagine, which is basically what is the 620 really. So we are getting there. We've been very lucky with the weather. It's been fairly dry, although tomorrow it's going to be raining all day and the day after. And then maybe next week I can look at actually making silage. Of course, benefits this year, obviously wrapping everything. It means that I can fight the weather, I can fight back against it. Of course, everyone's watching the football this evening whilst I'm trying to get this done before the rain comes. 6155 bars going well. That little trailer has been all over the county today. It's all over the place, carting bales, and then we'll have the cattle fight on again later in the year to go and bring all the cows home and all the sheep. So it really does get used, this trailer. I mean, some people use the Stewart trailers now with the sides, and Bailey trailers with the sides, which is quite clever because you don't have to put your ratchet straps on, I guess. But yeah, no, I would like to look at some sort of different trailer. Maybe to go with that one. That's really handy, that trailer, because it's small and you can get it in really small places, gateways, things like that. It's only 24 foot, whereas obviously if you go 30, 35, then you can never get in some of the smaller places. But on long jobs, long carting duties, that's where you really want your much larger 35, 40 foot trailer. So maybe we'll look at something, but there's so much stuff to invest in at the moment. It's unbelievable, you know, there's so much to do and not enough time to do it in, basically. Oh, what a bale. What a bale. That is some good shit right there. dream, always. Oh, come on, get in there. All right, it's now the next day, and as you can see, it's absolutely chucking it down. So summer this is turning out to be, but it is what it is. As you can see, this is the biomass boiler. It's empty, and I've got to move about 50-60 ton of wood chip into here today. So that's what we'll be doing whilst the weather is wet. I was supposed to go out with the mower today and go and mow at Hedgecutters on the marshes, but obviously with the weather being the way it is, there's not a lot I'm going to be able to do in this. So I do hope we get a good bit of sun again at some point. Unfortunately, the barley's still really green, and it's going to be green for some time until we get some sun and dry weather. But nevertheless, you got to take the rough with the smooth. All right, so unfortunately the weather is what it is. There's not much I can do. I've got to empty the grain store so that it's empty, ready for putting the barley in, basically, when it's ready to be harvested, which will be the malting barley. And then I'll load it up with the Manitou from the grain store. It'll go in the lorries, and then it'll be off on its merry way. And this is actually the small workshop which I've made for the farm, and I'm actually going to move it to another building, which will be later on in the year when we concrete an area out in another shed. So lots going on, basically just trying to get the farmyard tidied up, and of course there's a lot of stuff to do and not enough hours in the day at the moment to try and get everything done, because there's the silage, the harvest which is coming up as well, the cattle, the sheep, which has also got to be looked after as well. I feel really sorry for the animals at the moment, the livestock, because it's just been such a brutal year. Yes, we've had some sun, we've had a couple of weeks of good weather, but it just hasn't really been enough for them. And then of course, you know, as the summer comes to an end, as we head towards sort of September, October, they're going to be coming in again. So they haven't had the best season this year, unfortunately. So every year is different. You know, last year was a drought. This year, of course, it's gone the other way. You know, it is taking a toll on the farm, don't get me wrong. You know, both, you know, economically, you know, there's damage to the crops, there's damage to the grassland for the cattle, but that being said, I'm looking forward to maybe 2025, and I'm just fingers crossed that we'll get a better year next year. And on another subject, as I was talking about yesterday, I really like the new Fendt tractors a lot, and as I said, I have got a demo of one coming. I just, you know, the new John Deeres, I really think that, you know, they're a lot of money, these new tractors, and the next tractor we get, it's got to last a long time, because it won't be changed again for a fair while, you know, with the cost of everything at the moment. And I really do think that the Fendts are built really well. And if you've got a Fendt tractor, leave it in the comment section how you get on with them. I've got to get on and finish this, and yeah, with that, keep liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.